Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. This is the third channel of 8, and the group finds itself literally in the dirt, with the stones of the ages all around, with the echo of the ancestors who never really left. Indigenous all over the planet believe that the ancestors are still in the dirt. It is no exception here. What if I told you that you were expected? What if I told you that the ancient ones are here, looking at you? And if they had a message, they would say, it's about time. It's about time. For they know what you know. Because you might say that they're on the other side of the veil or part of the system, even of reincarnation today, that they have an awareness of the shift that we have spoken of so often. The sounds of silence are amazing for those who have not heard it before. The third channel has an energy of the 3. It's already been mentioned. The Tibetans, they identified it as a catalytic energy, the 3. So when the 3 appeared, there was a specific kind of energy that they spoke of. Now, the word catalyst is often found mostly in chemistry, and it would be a substance or a chemical which creates a greater reaction with the substance that's within it, but does not change itself. Now, in other terms, it would be like this. Where you are right now is a catalyst for you. The energy of the planet and the earth, of the dirt that you sit in, of the rocks that you see, who expected you, are creating an energy for you. It might be like you're going to tank up on that energy and feel different when you leave, and yet the stones and the sand, they stay the same. So you might say that the planet itself, in this case, is a catalyst for you. Another kind of catalytic energy that the Tibetans knew of was the fact that you could go and be with a master and sit in front of them or be in a room with meditators, with those making certain kinds of vibrations, and the entire experience would be a catalyst for you. For you would leave differently than you came, and yet the place where you were remained the same. This is then the definition that we would have of catalytic energy. It's energy that waits for you or that you carry, that is almost like an amplifier, so that you could go certain places and be with some others and they would change you. What do you think it was like to sit at the feet of the greatest masters on the planet? You can name them if you wish in your mind, what they were for you. But they're well known. Some still exist. And there would be those who would make a trek of very long distances to sit at the feet of one of these. One of these who had a very high vibration, perhaps. And that as you sat there, again, you tanked up. A word that means you were filled to the top with whatever you came for. And sometimes it was healing. And sometimes it was just to be in the presence so you would leave differently. Sometimes it's so that you would change in a way that you wanted to change because you were filled with grief or sorrow or sadness. and you would leave differently, and you would not carry that anymore, because the master you were with helped you with that. You would leave differently, the master would say the same. That's catalytic energy. There is so much to be said about this particular aspect, the three, for those who are learning mastery on the earth. And we have spoken of so many different kinds of attributes that a master might carry, or even those who are in learning of master might carry mastery. And it's so interesting that even the students of mastery carry a high enough vibration that those around them or come in contact with them will feel it and leave differently. If you're a compassionate soul and you walk into a place that is not, or you are in a group that is complaining, and that is the habit of the day for them, and as you start talking, and it is not complaining, but being in gratitude that they could be there at all, sometimes the group itself will change. They'll feel differently about what they're saying, or start to watch the words, because their negativity is a catalyst as well. Catalytic energy can go both ways. It can go a negative and positive. But I'm going to tell you the best one. And it's not compassion. It's not kindness. And it'll surprise you. And it is the best one because it is the most contagious. And that is to say, that if you have this one, you can pass it on so easily and change lives and heal lives. And it's so different. And that energy, dear ones, is called joy. One of the most amazing energies that exists in the human being is the catalytic energy of joy and humor. Those who are severely depressed quite often will be told to go to a comedy show, even though they don't want to. Or see a movie, perhaps, that they laughed at as a child, even though they don't want to. And the result is, after a time, they lighten up. I'd like to tell you something that perhaps you already know, is that humor, laughter, joy, actually changes the chemistry of the human body. Healings occur when someone comes into joy. Lives change when there is joyfulness, appreciation, and gratitude, all part of joy. I tell you this because I ask you, are you a joyful person? Dear ones, this can go either way, and I will tell you things that you can look at today and scratch your head about. There are cultures prevalently on this planet, presently here, where if you smile too much, you're hiding something. And so smiling is not anything that is encouraged. Therefore, joy is not encouraged. Have you seen any? If you have a culture that does not smile, quite often, this was the habit, and quite often it was taught to them because if they did, perhaps they broke a rule. What if I told you that God smiles all the time? That there is humor, laughter, joy constantly in the soul. Your very nature, your God nature, is a smiling nature. It's a joyful nature. How are you doing so far as ambassadors of one of the attributes of mastery, which is joy? I will tell you that you can change lives simply by passing by when you have joy. Or if you spread it in a group, and you're the one that they feel is the joyful one, you spread it. There are some who might even make fun of you. Oh, too much laughter, too much fun, you know. isn't very serious. And yet, all of those who will complain will walk away just a little better because you weren't serious. Dear ones, I encourage all of you to remember this. God laughs when you laugh. Every time you spread joy, a number of angels show up. And they are a catalyst going from individual to individual, filling them up, to whatever degree they will allow. A word that has also been brought to you today. Individuals are changed on this planet only if they allow themselves to be. That's free choice. But joy, laughter, it's contagious. And humans find themselves laughing, even if they didn't allow it, and then suddenly they do allow it. That's a catalyst. I want you to remember, love is joy. What do you hear right now? The ancients are laughing, and they're greeting you with joy. I'm crying in love with you all. And so it is.